And we are live.
Alive.
Good morning from my side. Good morning. So good to be back here. Good morning, our coach in the house and the co-presenter. And to all our audience out there, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone. We are happy to be back on your screen again, and you can be rest assured that we are here with amazing nuggets that will move you from the point you are to the very point you wish to be, right? So, we are back
Yes.
here this morning with another wonderful topic, and in not quite long from now, we'll be doing justice to questions that will help you to take the next step. But before we dive into the topic of the day, we would like to introduce ourselves first so you can know who we are and know why we are here. So I'm going to be starting with Maggie to introduce herself first. Our coach in the house will do the same while I introduce myself, and others that come in can do the same as we proceed. Over to you, sis.
Maggie.
Yeah,
Maybe
good
Super
morning,
Maggie is our
everyone.
mm,
God is good,
All the time.
all the time.
and all the time,
All
God
the
is good.
God is good. I miss witness. So, um, thank you so much. And I thank God this morning for waking me up again. Yesterday, I wasn't feeling very well, but today I'm feeling better. So,
Amen.
my name's Maggie, and my last name, I haven't been saying it, is Chinai. And then also AKA Superstar. My phone is echoing so much.
Yes.
So I'm streaming from Atlanta, Georgia. That's where I reside. And also I'm a mom. I'm a grandma, a proud grandma. So I'm also a digital business owner. And also I have a side job where I am right now, which is I'm in the medical profession. And that's where I am right now. So my main job, as I always say, is the digital business owner, and I'm proud to be one, and I'm proud to be part of this group. These are very successful digital business owners, and wherever you're streaming from, I encourage you to join us. This is the most um, business that you're flexible in mind. You can do it from anywhere, even from your kitchen table. Even when you're in Kiribati, you can do it from there. Even though they're one day ahead of the entire world, so you can still work and get paid. Thank you. I
Okay,
think I
thank you
have to
for
log
that
out.
wonderful introduction. Good to have you here. Over to you, coach.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you for inviting me to be here today. I am really looking forward for this wonderful session. My name is Desmond Sindega. My friends call me DC. I am originally from East Africa. I reside in Atlanta, Georgia, with my family, and I am a road warrior, like you can see, and I tour all over the U.S. pretending like I'm working while I'm being a tourist, and I also have a fortune that I call digital business that I'm privileged to be in, and that's why we come here every day to bring awareness. And our word is very simple: you need a 9 to 5 to start out, but don't make it your permanent residence. Understand there is a way you can make this, and you can make it very well. That can even get to a point where it replaces your 9 to 5. This is this fortune that we come here to tell you about, bring awareness to it. So I am so happy to be part of it. I'm so happy to be here and sharing what my wonderful presenter is gonna bring on. And with that being said, I want to give it back to our able, wonderful presenter, and she's a facilitator. She has today the wonderful questions that we're gonna be hearing from her. So let me get out of the way of greatness and let her take over. Take over from me.
Wow. Thank you, Coach, for introducing yourself. I love one thing
Hmm.
you mentioned that you can start with your 9 to 5, but don't get
Yes,
settled in it.
there it is. There it
And
is.
that is
There
the
it is.
mistake a lot of people make. That is so wonderful. Okay, for those that are seeing me for the first time, my name remains Foluke Adebayo, and I'm originally from Nigeria. I currently live in Manitoba, Canada, with my family. I'm mom to 3 children. I am an accountant by education, work as certification officer, and on the side, I run my digital business. And this has been, the best decision that I have taken because it's a path to true freedom and the flexibility. So this morning we are going to be talking and discussing on a wonderful topic, the one that cuts across and everybody needs. So if you are looking at us now, get your paper, you're going to get value, get that popcorn or water, make yourself feel comfortable. And for those that will be watching the replay, just let us know. If you have any question, reach out to us. We'll be glad to answer your question and leave your, beautiful comments down on our pages. So this morning we are looking at the topic building a life you don't need a vacation from. Building a life you don't need a vacation from. When we think about success, mostly we think about vacation, buying new houses, getting, those wonderful things of life, acquiring a new degree and all that. But what if success means waking up with purpose, having more control over your time, being present for the people you love, and doing work that align with the life you want to build? Success is now way beyond those buildings, those cars. Success lies in those meaningful time, those connection, being present with the one people we love. Don't get me wrong. Vacation is wonderful. We all need time to rest. But imagine creating a life where you are not constantly counting down to the days until you can escape from stress. There's this saying that Monday, Monday is the day that most people have BP, panic attack. When
Hmm.
when weekend is around the corner, you are excited, you are happy. But by the time it's Sunday evening again, that panic attack sets in, that job you don't like that you are always resuming to. And it's not all about you continue to fear that job. It's about what you're doing intentionally to change the situation. And we are going to be speaking around all this, and that's the topic we are addressing this morning. Just stay tuned with us. I can promise you that, everything we are going to discuss here today would help you to take that next step towards the future you desire. So I'm going to be starting with Sis Maggie to please answer the first question for us. Sis, when you hear, okay, okay, when we talk about build a life you don't need a vacation from, what does it personally mean to you? You're still muted.
She muted.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much. I mute because I'm at work.
Okay.
So this is the life we are talking about. So you still hear me echoing?
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
The echo is still there, right?
No.
Yes.
Oh, okay. It's clear at
Okay.
my hand though.
Okay. I don't know why I hear myself anyway. So building a life where you do not need a vacation from, what does it mean?
To you, yeah.
Number one, I'm just gonna say about the. Let me log out and just give me a second. I'll be right back so that I see.
Okay.
Yeah, but meanwhile she's coming back.
Okay. All right.
Mine has
When
started my me to
when
because
she
now
comes,
it's echoing now. She left the echo with me.
okay, maybe she will take it up from me when she comes back. Okay, when we
Because
talk
when it
about,
was me and you, wasn't echoing.
yeah, of course, that's why I said it's just perfect at my own end. Maybe it's a
Oh, you're not
connection.
feeling the echo?
No, 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 I'm not feeling it.
Oh my goodness, I can now feel mine having echo.
Oh,
If you're not hearing it, then maybe it's good. But because when she was talking, I could hear her echo.
okay, okay,
Yes. So maybe when she comes back, I'll come out and then I'll come back in.
okay. So let me just maybe when she returns, she can pick it up from
She's
there.
here.
She's here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
Okay. Now I think it feels better.
Oh, good.
So
It
what
is
I was
good.
saying, yeah. So what I was saying, when I just think of a vacation, what does a vacation mean? It's like you're free from everything. You're doing whatever you want to do. You want to visit places. You want to visit your relatives, your family, and all the things you want to do. But when we are working, like now, I'm in this job. I could have used a vacation like maybe a month ago, but because it's my job, I'm tied to it. I'm tied to rules and the regulations that I cannot break. So, what I was just thinking, I was just looking at the question, what does it mean to me? Building a life where you do not need a vacation. This is a place I just feel like I need a business that I don't have to ask anybody for a vacation. I don't have to ask Sister Faluk permission or DC for permission or anyone, any of my family members. You need a place where if you want to take a break, you take a break. You want to do something, you want to go do anything, you have to do it. So this is on a daily basis that you are living with a purpose. It's not that you are living without a purpose. It's like right now, I was just thinking I should have gone from here, fly from here to Africa to go see somebody who is sick and I love most. But now I can't because I'm stuck. So if I'm having that kind of life, which I do not ask anybody for vacation, I think I'll be the most happiest person to do that. And where can you find that? Like the one we are talking about, the digital business. This one you don't have to ask anybody permission to go on vacation. You just carry your business with you. You go on vacation and you don't have to be told, oh, today you have to be here by 8 o'clock. You have your setup time. You set it up and you do it on your own. So this is where you even create a balance. What if you get sick? When you compare these two, if you get sick, what could it happen to you if you didn't have the vacation time? Probably you have to go back to work or you have to lose your job. And tell you the truth, I've lost one of my jobs because of from an accident I had. I just lost that job because I can't perform it the way they wanted me to perform. So they had to let me go. So what about you who is out there? Do you need that kind of vacation? Or do you need a job where you can take off when you are sick? You just put it on hold and just keep moving. So that's what I was thinking, like of creating a balance to your life. That's when health comes, relationships, or you have to sacrifice for somebody else. You need that free moving kind of business. And also, um, what I was thinking about is a life, when you build that kind of life where you do not need a vacation from anyone, and it could be the opposite anyway, we'll get there. So is it's like, I can just get money while I'm just in my house, make money while I'm in my house, help other people who I need. But that doesn't mean that I have to get my vacation time so that I can get paid. I don't know if any of you works. I know DC, he's enjoying road trips, but I don't know. My sister here says she's an accountant. I don't know if you work for yourself, but those ones of us who work for a company, we have to get, if you need vacation, that's where the money is going to come from, and it's going to be minimal. It's not going to be the maximum money you need. So for you to be financially, to have that financial freedom, you have to find that life, the dream, the life you are dreaming about. Every time you sleep, you just dream, oh, you got this, you got that. And then where there's nobody who is managing you, you are managing yourself and your own business. I'll just leave it there. Or one thing I forgot about is, like, there's this life we are working right now. You get a burnout. So when you're burned out, you can't when you get home, you are cranky, you can't even have a good time with your family. But if you have this life where you have no vacation, you are asking for anyone from anyone, then you are happy. Your family is happy. You are happy. And you can do things with your family without any, what can I call it? Like
Limitation.
any irritations and all kind of stuff. However, I'm not saying that 100%, even if you do not ask anybody for vacation, you cannot be irritated from something. We're human, but also we have, the Bible says, do not go to bed, or don't let the sun set.
When you're angry.
For you being with anger in you. So that's all I have for now. I'll let somebody else take over. And thank you, my beautiful, beautiful host.
Okay, thank you so much, sis, for for your wonderful contribution and the way you answer the question. It's so perfect because if truly we are thinking of a life that will not have vacation from, it should not be the one that somebody will still be in control of. Because so far somebody remain in a paid employment, or you are still working for somebody, you won't have control of your time. You mentioned something about vacation. I work in corporate settings. You can be entitled to your vacation and still not get it approved, depending on the work need as at that time. You may get it later, but you may not get it at the time that you need it, and that is still because somebody is still in control of that vacation that time. And you mentioned something about if somebody falls sick, and truly, if you're sick, unless you have maybe sick time, and that one there is a limited period of days that it can cover for. If the sickness become prolonged to the extent that your employer can no longer continue to pay you, then you begin to lose income from a certain point in time when that sickness become prolonged. God forbid sickness in our lives, but those are the reality that some people have found themselves into, simply because they don't have a plan B. They don't have something that can continue to generate income for them when life happens. And the truth is, life do happens. So for us, or for people listening to us, to live a life that you don't have to take vacation from, you have to work towards being in control of your own time. Time freedom is not something that would come all of a sudden. Even as business owners, it's not the day we set up our business we begin to earn from it. But even as you're working your 9 to 5, you must consciously make that conscious effort to have something by the side, such that you create option. If life should be about option. If you are doing something and you are limited to it, you don't have option, then it's as good as living a miserable life. Because if something should happen to that single source of income, it's a question of time. You may not be able to cope for long. And consider how many people get affected. The family, the children, so many people will be affected by the negative impact of losing a single stream of income. And another thing I want to mention is peace of mind. Because when we talk about a life we don't need vacation from, having another stream of income, there's a kind of peace of mind that comes with it. I tell you. There's a day in the session the coach was talking about, when those check comes, when those income comes, there's a level of peace of mind that comes with it, right? Because you don't have to go out to work extra shift, long hours to get that income. It doesn't come easily like that. You have to build it up to that
Yes.
time. But imagine you building something to the point that you have
Mm-hmm.
option. You are not limited anymore by your 9 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
It is something that anybody should work towards, because the long-term benefit of it outweighs whatever challenges that one may encounter at the building phase. And it's also give us opportunity to do what we love. That's another thing. So many people resume their 9 to 5 job in a job they don't like. So many immigrants today are doing the job they don't like. I started in that same situation too. You can imagine leaving your home country, the kind of work you do, the kind of status that come to the work, but coming here, somebody said abroad is a leveler. It levels everybody. You all, you all start from the beginning. And in resuming those kind of job, they are you are not constantly happy. But when you give yourself the opportunity to start something in your name, especially this kind of business that we are building here, you see that over time you love what you do,
Mm-hmm.
because it pays you better than what that job that you are working it and you are being underpaid. And at the same time, it gives you control over your time. We cannot emphasize this. So if
Mm-hmm.
you're someone out there listening to us, you don't love that job you resume to, it's not the end of the world. What we are telling you is that don't settle in that job that you don't like. Make
True.
conscious efforts to build something by the side for yourself. Don't be afraid of the initial stage, because what stops so many people from taking a chance on themselves is because they don't want to learn. They don't want to take chances. They're afraid of, I don't want to be a failure. But the truth is that if you fear failure, you will continue to be where you are. So thank
Amen.
you, sis, for answering that question. So we just have our coach to answer this question for us. If someone watching today wants to build a life they enjoy instead of one they are constantly trying to escape, what is the first step they should take?
Awareness. That's the first step. You have
Okay.
to be aware where you are, and you have to be honest with yourself and ask yourself some honest questions. The first question I'd ask, if I keep doing what I'm doing for the next 20 years, what will be my life at that point? And is that what I want? That is it. You look at it. Is it say, is that what I want? Now, then you say, wow, that is ideal. If the way life is right now, life is changing so fast, and I don't change with the times. There's AI, there's all these things that are happening. Computer, robots are coming. If I just keep what I'm doing, how easily is it to be replaced? Either with another young person, or a computer, a robot,
Yeah.
or AI.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
easy is it for me to be replaced? Am I becoming irrelevant, or Can I decide now I want to be relevant no matter what
Very
the times
easy.
I'll be?
Mm.
At that point, another question you should ask, if something happens to me right now and I can't go to work for 6 months, 1 year, will I be able to survive? What if it was 2 years, 3 years? Will I still be able to survive and have the same lifestyle and provide for my people? Same. That's why I say you have to have awareness. You have to awaken yourself and realize sometimes you are comfortable, but you're in an uncomfortable situation and you're not willing to do it because you live in a bubble. You act as if you don't want to see what the reality of that is. And yet, numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie. So I'm going to go into some numbers so that you can see for yourself and realize, wow, I can be one of these statistics at any particular moment. The first number I tell people is 66%, 66% of the people that file for bankruptcy. It's not people who don't know how to take care of their business. It's people who've been doing very well, and then they get a sickness, and it knocks them out of their financial stability. 66. And the truth of the matter is, none of us is immune to sickness. Any of us can be sick. Do you have a plan? Do you have an insurance that can cover you during those times? And I ain't talking about the insurance where they're going to pay my medical bills and all that stuff. I'm talking about, do you have a plan B for that? If it ever happens, God forbid that happens to you. If it just happens, do you have a plan? Second one, statistics I want to give you. 87% of the people that work, especially I'm in America, I know that one, they hate what they do. And what happens when you do something that you don't want? I just know one thing that happens. The first thing that happens is that that job is going to make you sick because you're out of ease. And when you're out of ease all the time, what happens is that the English word is disease. You get disease. Disease is out of ease for a long time. And numbers, like I said, don't lie. Monday morning, you talked about this Monday morning. Number one killer in America is heart attack. Most of those heart attacks happen Monday morning. What is happening Monday morning? People are dread to go back to this they don't like. So why would you want to put yourself in that position? And yet you can start something on your side. And we're not telling you to quit your job. We're saying, hey, start it, because you cannot get great if you don't start. You have to start to get to greatness. So something has to start at some point. Some point you have to see and have the awareness. The third statistic I'll say, most people who have been sold to this lie, go to school, get good grades, go get a good job, then the good job will take care of you. We know by now that's not true.
Yeah, become a doctor.
I've met people who are degreed up. They are so degreed up, but when they enter into a room, you're like, oh my goodness, this was good and the best plan. They should be like living the best life. And yet, it's not working for a lot of people. And even when they get that job and they work, at the end, when you look at the IRS, where they show their numbers, you find that the number is so high, it's almost close to 90. People, when they retire, they say in their retirement age, and they're retiring, the net worth is 8,600. What is 8,000 doing for you? Nothing. So it's almost like you worked for nothing. And some of us, we've worked so hard, and because you are doing overtime and all this stuff, they pushed your body to a point where when you get to the other side, your body is sick all the time. And now even the little money that you're set aside, you're using it to try and recover your health. And yet, there's a better way. You don't have to go through all our stress. build it and just steal earn the money you can. So that's why I say start with awareness. Once you have that awareness, now you can decide to really say, I call it get mad. Get mad that you could have done these decisions a long time ago, but you did not. Get mad to say that, you know what? I know I could have done something about this, but I haven't done it. I'm blaming something outside of me, and yet I am the man in the mirror that could have seen this long time. I don't know what took me so long. At least now turn that getting mad into something else, into making a decision that you're going to have a better tomorrow because of your better decisions that you're going to make today. And just make a decision. I am going to have a better future because I have made up my mind. And at that point, I truly tell you, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. I know one thing, when you make up your mind, the opportunities will show up. Because the truth of the matter is, we are only blinded by this thing that Jesus said.
Thank you,
You know, he
Papa.
said, the poor
Can I help you?
shall always be with you. Why will the poor always be with you? Because poverty is something to do with your mindset. It's not something to do with outside of you. You know, I always say this acronym for poor is you're passing opportunities over repeatedly. Until you open your awareness and be open to realize, oh my goodness, I need an opportunity. That's when that opportunity will show up. Right now, that is the opportunity. If you're here watching us, this is the opportunity that is knocking. If you've been praying about something, this is the answer to your prayer. If you've been complaining about something, this is the solution for that, what you're complaining about. It will not go away until you do something differently. So that's what I'll tell that person. Wake up, make a decision, and decide what your future will be. You can call those things that are not as if they are. And then you got to understand, once you faith yourself and then put action to that faith, and you will have a better future that is waiting for you. With that being said, I give it back to you, our wonderful, wonderful, wonderful host.
Wow, wow. Thank you so much, Coach. As a matter of fact, now we can close the session because you said it all. I love where you started awareness, which is the key thing in any situation. If you are not aware, then you won't be able to take the next step that will move you forward. I love how you started it. So our audience, I won't want to just continue to talk and talk, and there were so many on this session today. Be aware of your situation. Coach said something. Where you are now, if you're still there in another 5 years, will you be happy with yourself? If you will not be happy with yourself in that current situation, then you need to be aware that this is the time for you to take a better step. And we talk about this digital business because we are confident in what it has done in so many people's life, what it is doing in our life, and what it can as well do in your own life when you take that step and that bold decision to get started today. The testimony speaks for themselves. And when you come into our community, you will see things for yourself, things that would marvel you. Because when I discovered this opportunity as well, I look at it that this is too good to be true. You know, people retiring in their 30s. We even have a lady that retired at the age of 23, a very young lady. People retiring in their 30s. People no longer wait till 65 to retire. People hitting legacy milestone in their 30s. We have a lot of them. There's no job. Coach mentioned something about retirement. There's no job, no matter how long you've stayed in that job, that you can earn reasonable amounts that would sustain your lifestyle and status in retirement. But people have, achieved legacy milestone even at a very young age. They now have that time flexibility to be with their children. They now have time to do what they love doing. They no longer have panic attack to resume into a job that they don't like. So if you are aware of your situation and you know for yourself that in the next 2 to 3 years or 5 years down the line, what you're currently doing, if you continue doing it, you will not be happy with yourself, then you are the one that should jump at this opportunity we are talking about this morning. And it's so easy to do it. Go onto our website that are here displayed, provide your name and your email address to watch our information session, a video of about an hour. When you watch it, if you need clarification or have question, feel free to reach out to us. We'll be glad to answer your question. And when you have all your question answered, we'll guide you to take the next step. We talk about one-time registration fee of 149. That is your launch pad. That is what will give you more information into what the entire business model is all about. And we talk about the 30 days refundable fee as well. In case you watch our information session, our pre-coaching videos, and you think this is not what you're looking for, we don't hold anybody at ransom. If it's not for you today, it may be for you tomorrow. But those that knows what they are looking for, they don't second guess themselves. So go onto our website, watch the video that we have there, and if you have any question, reach out to us. So I will just leave you with this as we round up today. Life is too precious to spend most of it waiting for weekend, long holidays, or retirement before you truly enjoy life. Life is better enjoyed in your 30s, in your 40s, in your 50s, not when you are 70 and you are 80 and most of meaningful things of life no longer have meaning to you. So this is the best time for you to take that decision today. Coach mentioned something, say get mad. Get mad in the sense that you also have done this long ago, but this is another opportunity for you to do it today like as if you are doing it yesterday. So reach out to us, watch that information session. We'll be glad to hold your hand. Like we always say, you will be in business for yourself, but not by yourself, because you will have mentor, you would have coaches. We are mentor and coaches in this business, and we'll be glad to hold your hand to walk you through all the baby steps. So with that, I think we've said a lot, and from the studio today, we'll be saying goodbye, and we'll be back on your screen
Coco,
another time.
Kwaheri,
Bye.
bye bye. See
Go
you
ahead.
later.